Sorry for the slight delay. We're having some technical issues. Here we are. Not the best video shooting arena. Can't get any height. Got this booth thing in my way, so you're going to lose it down there. And I can't use the GoPro because something is sketching me out. But anyway, Sharks, the good guys, in gray, skating left to right. North Park, the bad guys, in white, right to left. We just started. The clock is a little fugazi, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that either. But we are rooftop here in Long Island City, under the bubble, as White throws it towards the net. We got Vanasco starting in net. To the corner, White picks it up. Tempone forces him wide. White takes it behind the net. Up to the point for White. They'll shoot one. Vanasco will steer that aside. White with the puck towards the net. Goes wide. White will take it near the blue line, shovel it down the boards. White with it. White from the bottom of the circle. Cross ice. Out to the point. They're going to let it go from there. Hits the defender. Puck out loose. Vanasco with the save. Puck is loose behind the net. White picks it up. They'll send it up the wall. And Levian will knock it out. Knocks it out to mid-ice. White will have to take it in their own zone. Sent out over the blue line. Tempone with it. Tempone up to mid-ice. White will bring it back in, dump it deep. Chan will send it around the wall. Levian there in the corner. Sends it up towards the blue line. They can't get it out. Sent back down in the corner. Chan with it. Chan up and down the ice. They're going to call icing on that. I think they should have waved it off. I think they touched it. All right, that's why I couldn't figure out the clock. It's two different colors. 12:39 left in the period. Again, not the best camera situation for me or for you, the viewer, but hey, at least we got it, right? So, off the face-off, into the slot. White will take it off the half wall. Shot save, Vanasco, and he'll cover. Zuvich will step in for the face-off. You're welcome. And kicked out the blue line. Krosny's going to chase. Again, this is where you're going to lose it along that wall. And it's just a bit offsides. Zuvich will step in for the face-off. Nope. Yes. Maybe. Yes. Got Agarwal and Wise out there with him. Garvin and Figueiredo on D. Comes over to Figueiredo. Sends it into the offensive zone. White will pick it up there. They'll send it up towards the blue line. Wise gets a piece. Keeps it in temporarily. Now White will escape the zone. White moves in. Gets past Figueiredo, but he forces him wide. They'll put one out into the slot, White. Figueiredo gets there. Now White alone in front, and Vanasco will cover. Off the face-off. Towards the front. Tempone will kick it up to the blue line. Agarwal there, and now Zuvich will take it. Wise over red line. Wise will dump it in. Wise down the wall. Puck skips on him, comes back out to mid-ice, and just a little offsides. face off. White will bring it in. Tempone will have it. Tempone off the wall. White will take it. White towards the front. Vanasco with the save. I'm going to try a little bit different of an angle to see if I can get you a better shot. Puck behind the net. Kasin will have it. Kasin into the corner. And Kasin will take his guy out of the play. Way to go. Puck comes loose. Shot. And held by Vanasco. That might give you a little better view down the wall, but I don't know. Either way, it's bad. So anyway, White has it. White in front, in the slot. Chan there. Trying to get it to Zuvic. White will take it. White from the circle. Puck loose along the back wall. Zuvic will dig it out. Zuvic out to Kabanoff. White will take it. White around the wall. Figueiredo will chase. Zuvic gets it. Zuvic out to Kabanoff. Kabanoff down the ice. Shot. Save. And they'll hold on to it for the whistle. So you get 3/4 of the game really nice. Just that 1/4 over here in the corner. You know, such is life. I could put you sideways maybe, but that's probably not good either. So off the face-off, comes back towards the blue line. Sharks will keep it in temporary. Now White will get it. White will kick it out. And White takes it down the ice. And good play by Garvin as he forces it into the corner. White off the half wall. Blasi there. Blasi fights it into the corner. White towards the net. And Garvin will get it. Garvin out to Blasi. Blasi on the move. Blasi dumps it into the corner. And White will take it behind their net. Send it up the near side wall. And White will skate it out. White into the circle. Backhander hits traffic. Comes out to Tempone. Tempone gets it to Garvin. Garvin down the ice again. Garvin will dump it in. Goes down deep into the corner. White behind the net. They'll send it up the near wall. Kept in by Levian. Puck is loose in front. And the goaltender will cover. That'll force a face-off down deep on the other side. Off the face-off, puck goes behind the net. Into that blind corner for us. And White will pick it up and head out over mid-ice. Stopped there by Wise. Taken off of Wise by White. And down the wall. White forced into the corner. Now behind the net. Kasin comes in, takes a hack at it. Nobody knows where the puck went. And we got a whistle as Vanasco covers with 8:30 remaining in the period. Face off far side defensive zone. Zuvic off the face. White picks it up. Pushed up high. Shot. Hits Chan. And they're able to get it up the wall and out into the offensive zone. Zuvich being held. No call. Kasin will take it. Popped off a Kasin stick and down into the corner. Kasin there. Battles with Chan. Chan lost his stick. And now they roof it over. That was unfortunate. Chan had to go back to get his stick. It's 1-0 bad, guys. I'm just going to shoot back a little wider again and assume that you all have better TVs, bigger TVs than I have screen here so that you can see it bigger at home. Levying off the face-off. White will have it. White over the red line. White dumps it down deep. Garvin will chase. Garvin with the puck. Sent down to the red line. Kabanoff battles along the boards. And sent down. Kabanoff will take it. White comes up with it. Figueredo battles. White towards the front, over the top of the net, and to the other side. Kicked out towards the blue line. White will pick it up. Shoveled out into the crease. Shot. Vanasco will cover. So that'll force a face-off with 6:51 remaining in the first. Towards the front of the net. Vanasco again as the Sharks will clear it to the half wall. Sent up towards the blue line but not out. Krosny there. Blasi steps down. Comes through the slot and White shovels it behind the net. Out front into the slot. Blasi will knock it a little bit wider. And Vanasco again with the save as he's getting hacked at. Blow the whistle for crying out loud. Normally I'm all for holding the whistle a little while, but this guy's taking it to the extreme. White. And the score, as they blew the horn before the goal. I'm going to step back up. I don't like my angle here. I feel better with that. So it's 2-0 bad, guys, with 6:14 to play. Coach Jeff arguing that they blew the horn before the goal and everybody stopped. You should have blown the whistle. And I agree. Can't be doing stuff like that when you're the timekeeper. But no good. We are not the home team. We're not going to get that call. White moves over the line. Pushed aside by Tempone into the corner, around to Wise on the near side. Wise pushes it up the half wall. Tempone battles. Tempone takes it away. Tempone can't get past the half wall as White comes in. Shot blocked by Chan. Chan can't clear it. White takes it around into the corner. Levy in there. Levian throws it up towards the blue line, but not out. Back towards the back wall. Oh, there's a big collision as kids go down. There's a shot. Vanasco push away, and kids down in the corner. We're going to get a whistle as White is down. That was a big collision. Coach will come out to make sure he's okay. And he skates off. Here he is, number 55. That's going to force a face-off just outside the blue line. Zuvic comes out for the face-off. Tries to get it to Kavanaugh. White moves it in. White into the circle. Out front. And they miss the shot. Back into the corner. White behind the net. Out front of the circle. Kasin will intercept that. Kasin up the wall, but not out. Gets to the point. White will shoot it wide. Sharks will pick it up, send it up the half wall for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh will move it out. Kavanaugh over the blue line. Taken back by White, and they're just about 2 miles off sides. Pushed up. Zuvic will chase. 4:50 remains. In the blind corner, White's going to take it back. White's got a 2-on-1, only Kasin back. Kasin will take the trailer, and the goaltender blocks the shot. Cross-eyed Vanasco with the save. Comes back up the wall. Kavanaugh will get there. Slips a little on Kavanaugh. White will pick it up. White sends it down. Back, Kasin will take it. Kasin behind the net. Got two guys on him. White digs it out. Out front, into the high slot. White's going to crank it up from there. And Vanasco will make the save. .410 left in the period. Face-off in the defensive zone. Levian on the face-off. Sent up to the line by White. And Levian picks it up. Levian can't get it over the blue line. White comes back. White from the circle, poked off by Figueredo. And Tempone will send it into the corner. Tempone battles in the corner. Sent towards the net. All alone in the slot is White, and Vanasco makes the save. Face-off, near side circle. Zuvic in for the face-off. White will put it down to the side of the net. And Wise will take it. Wise trying to get it out. It just doesn't go. White comes back. Knocked away by Tempone. Tempone doing a good job tying this guy up. And White shoots one behind the net. And it comes up the wall near side. Figueredo back up the wall. Wise there to help out. Tempone will take it on the side. Out front, White in the high slot. They'll loft one towards the net, and Vanasco will glove that. Easy peasy. He'll make the out like an outfielder. 3 minutes left in the first. 2-0 bad, guys. Levian will step in for the faceoff. Levian with the puck. Kicks up for White near the point. Kasin will have it. Kasin will take it. Kasin trying to send it up the wall. Just doesn't go out. Sent back in for Garvin. Garvin off the wall and out to mid-ice. Terriano chase. White sends it back. Garvin gets a piece. And will send it into the offensive zone. Levian will chase. Levian in the corner. White will take it behind their own net. White into the slot. Oh, Ann couldn't get a piece to keep it in. Chan over to Kasin. Kasin trying to get it back to Ann. Kicks back the other way. White will take it now. White moves in. Shot. Vanasco save. Big rebound. Comes up to the wall, and Ann will kick it out. Ann sends it down the ice. White will have it in their own zone. White out to center ice. They'll move over the blue line. Kasin frees it up for Garvin. Garvin will send it out off the half wall and out into mid-ice area. White has to get back on side. They do. Ann chases. Garvin will break it up, and Levian will take it. Levian's pass stopped in the circle. White hits one off the outside of the post. Puck is loose on the half wall near side. Shot. Vanasco gloved that out of the air. And it'll make the second out of the inning. 1:32 left in the period. Vanasco on those fly pucks. Those pop flies. Off the face-off. Comes out high. White will shoot it back down into the circle. Krosny there. He backs off and lets Tempone take it. Forced over to the far corner. White will pick it up. White from the top of the circle puts one down towards the slot. There's a takedown by Tempone. White has it backhander wide as they couldn't control the bouncing puck, and Vanasco recover. Face off down low. Sent up to the wall. White will pick it up there. Zubich will take it away. White sends it back down into the corner. Out into the slot. White has to come into the circle, and Tempone will force wide. White far side, 52 seconds left in the period. Two Sharks go down. Shot goes wide. White will pick it up in the corner. White into the slot. Vanasco gets a piece, tips into the corner. White's going to try and wrap it around the front. Vanasco with another save. Sent back out to the high slot. Blasi there to tie him up. And Chan will send it out. Zubich down the ice. Zubich with 28 seconds to go. Just out of Krosny's reach. Goes around far side. Up towards Chan. The rifle with a shot. Oh, good shot. Puck is loose in front. And White will pick it up with 14 seconds. Over the blue line. Push wide. Shot. Save Vanasco. 2 seconds left. And that's going to do it. So after one, it's 2-0 bad guys. All right, almost set to go here. Bad guys left to right this time. Good guys right to left. You might have a hard time seeing if we had as much action down at our end of the ice as we did last period. But I'll zoom. Hopefully they'll keep it down here a little more. Levian can't keep it here, and White will bring it over the line. White moves down. Out front, Vanasco with the save. Puck Puck loose in the corner, and we got a whistle. And Wise is going to go to the box. And the Sharks will be shorthanded 20 seconds into the period. Zuvich on the faceoff. Kicks it back. I believe that's Tempone. Near side for Kabanoff. Kabanoff up towards the blue line and out. Puck loose at the red line. Zuvich trying to get it. Kabanoff with it. Kabanoff will dump it deep. Puck stays in. And White will clear the zone. Chan will send it back towards the red line. Zuvich there. Zuvich with a nice hit. Knocks his guy off the puck. And sent back down to the blue line. 40 seconds left in the penalty as White moves in. White down deep in the Shark zone. They'll move it into the high slot. Out to the blue line. Top of the circle shot. Goes behind the net. And somehow the puck finds its way into the back of the net for a power play goal. There were 23 seconds left in the power play. 13:33 left in the period, and it's 3-0 bad guys. Levian off the face-off. Puck goes down to the blue line and over into the Shark zone. Puck down deep in the corner. Kick behind the net. Sharks will chase. Picked up on the half wall. Sent out to mid-ice. Trying to hit Levian. It's Garvin now battles along the wall. He'll kick it out to Levian. Levian moves in. Knocked off his stick inside the circle. Sent back out to mid-ice. Kasin there. Kasin just bounces on him. Has a hard time corralling it, and White will take it down the wall. White out front, and Vanasco will make the save. Face off down deep to the right of Vanasco. 12:58 left in the period. Off the face-off, sent up towards the blue line. White's going to settle one down from there. Kasin will deflect that into the back wall. Sharks trying to get it out, and they do. Kabanoff down the wall. White will take it. White with some speed. As White comes over the blue line. White moves in. Kasin back. He'll take it away, and Kasin will send it wide for Kabanoff out neutral ice. Kabanoff overskates it. Now he's able to get it to the red line. The White picks it up and comes back the other way. Kasin will force it wide. And comes out, picked up by Zuvich in the slot, sent over the wall. And White will pick it up. White in front. Kasin will push it over towards the wall. And Sharks will escape the zone. Well, that's going to be an icing. Zuvich sent it down. Good play. Just a little out of the reach of Kabanoff. So we'll have to come down to the bad side of the ice for a face-off. 12 minutes left in the second. Levian comes in for the face-off. Out into the high slot. Shot. And Vanasco will grab that pop fly out of the air for his third out. If he was playing outfield, there'd be a lot of outs. He's snagging everything out of the air. 11:56 to play in the period. Off the face-off. Puck behind the net. White has it. White's going to try and throw it across the front of the net. Hits traffic. Goes to the wall. White again from the circle. Ricochets into the corner. White from the corner. Intercepted by Sharks. White will take it back. Vanasco with the save, and he covers. Sharks will change defense. Off the face-off. Comes to the high slot. White with a shot, and Vanasco, easy peasy, will cover that. Off the face-off, puck goes towards the wall. Sharks can't get it out. White moves in. White puts a move on. Shot. Save. Rebound loose. Sent into the corner by the Sharks. Puck loose along the wall. Sharks will shovel it out to mid-ice. White will pick it up there and send it right back down the other way. From the bottom of the circle, White with a shot. Save, kicked into the corner. And another shot goes wide. Puck along the near side half wall. White sends it into the corner. Battle there. Sent out on net. Vanasco makes the save, and they blow the whistle. Zubich comes in for the face-off. Puck is loose in the circle. Taken out by White. White puts it towards the front of the net. Goes wide. White along the wall. Puck loose along the wall. I can't see much of what's going on. Zubich comes in. He battle in the corner. Just an ongoing. White comes out with it. Pushed out towards the blue line. Shot from the circle. Save Vanasco. 9:57 remains in the period. Zubich on the faceoff. Kicked up towards the blue line, and they can't get it out. Out to the slot. Kasin gets a piece. Kicks up for Krosny. Krosny out to mid-ice. White will send it across far side. And White will come in over the blue line. Shot deflected by Chan into the corner. White picks it up again. White from the slot. Vanasco with the save. My word, Vanasco's been busy. Kabanoff will take the faceoff. Pushes it back behind the net for Figueiredo. Figueiredo along the wall. Up the side. White taken out of the play. And the Sharks get out to mid-ice. Kabanoff with it. Kabanoff off the wall. Sharks move in. Puck loose on the wall. Kabanoff there. White will take it back the other way. White over the blue line. Figueiredo gets back, ties him up, loosens the puck, and they get it to the wall, and now out. It's going to be an icing. And we'll have to come down the other end for a face-off. 8:43 remains in the period. Vanasco Good job as his day is over. Fox comes in. We have the customary half-game goalie switch at this age. Everybody can get work. When they get older, they'll each take their own game. But at this age, they split it. Sent up off the wall. Oh, there's a nice play by Agarwal as he removes his guy from the puck. Gets it up to Zuvic. Wise will have to play it off the wall. Wise out front, White there. Good positioning by White. And it comes back the other way. Figueredo chase. Off the side of the net by White. Sharks behind the net. Up to the blue line. Towards the blue line. White, side of the net. Taken away by the Sharks. Sharks out to mid-ice. Agarwal's taken out. No call. You figure that would be an interference. You know, the home refs. Zuvic with it. Puck comes back to mid-ice. Agarwal there. Agarwal battles. Zuvic comes in to help out. Puck is loose. Wise in there digging. And the puck is freed up to the blue line. Wise will take it. Wise to Zuvic. Zuvic. There's a collision. Now they'll call the interference. Zuvic made him pay for it, too. He's in pain. They're going to call Zuvic for the penalty. I don't know why the penalty's on Zuvic. He had the puck and was trying to get around that kid. What a surprise. Seems to be these are the Patrick Mahomes rules. But I don't know why he's in the box. He had the puck and he was trying to go around him. If anything, it was interference by the other kid. I'm going to mute it now. All right, he's being assisted off the ice. Hopefully he's okay. Looks like it's his left leg. Zuvic is out of the box now. So maybe they got this right and they're not going to call a penalty on Zuvic. They'll call incidental contact. I can go with that. I can live with that. Right. So they reversed it. It will be an interference on White, even though he was hurt. Sharks will be on a 3-minute power play, it looks like. Kabanoff will come out. Oh, the ref's got one right. What do you think? What do you think of that? White will send it up to mid-ice. Sharks will be on a 3-minute power play. White sends it down into the corner. White towards the net. Comes back into the near corner. And Sharks can't clear it. Chan will have it. Chan pulled down. Puck loose on the boards, and the Sharks will send it out to mid-ice. White has to get back on side, and they don't. As we get an offsides. 6:38 left in the period. 2:15 in the power play. Kabanoff will take the face-off just outside the blue line. Kicks over to Zuvich. Zuvich moves down the far side. Centering for Kabanoff, intercepted by White. White will kick it back out to mid-ice. Kabanoff there. And White moves it in. Zuvich gets a piece. Zuvich will take it away. Can't get it out over the blue line, and White will have it. Battle down deep. Garvin frees it up. Zuvich will take it. Zuvich kicked off his stick back to the blue line for White. White from the top of the circle. They're going to shoot. Fox will save, and he'll cover. Half the penalty over. 1:31 left on the power play still for the Sharks. They'll change personnel. And we get a Burger King commercial here. Nice. Down deep. White will pick it up. White from the top of the circle. White is shorthanded. Kasin will move in. Can't get to the puck. Comes to the near corner. Tempone will take it. Tempone over the red line. Tempone moves over the blue line. Knocked off his stick. Blasi will chase. Blasi puts it down deep. Ann will chase it into the corner. Terry Ann with a nice check. Loosens up the puck. Terry Ann behind the net. Nobody there. White's going to skate it up the middle of the ice, and they're going to send it down. It's going to come down to Fox. He's going to have to stop and get a whistle with 40 seconds left as the clock continues to roll. All right, they fixed it. We got something going on in the corner I can't see. No harm, no foul. Just boys being boys. It is hockey. It is not pro badminton. Off the face-off. Comes up to the blue line. White's going to have a lot of time there as they'll shoot it, and Fox has to glove that out of the air. Tempone getting into it. He's going to step in for the face-off. Puck loose in the corner. White will pick it up. White, backhander, hits traffic. 24 seconds left in the power play. And we're going to get a whistle for something. As some big guy is pushing around some guys. Tempone takes offense, and he goes to the box. So that'll nullify the last 19 seconds of the power play. So it'll be 4-on-4 for 19 seconds. Then the bad guys will have a power play for a minute and a half. Well, for a minute and 11 off the face-off. Comes out to the blue line. White will send it back down. 4:35 left in the period. White behind the net. Up the wall. White will keep it at the blue line. And now Agarwal will take it. Agarwal runs into his man. Zuvic almost able to get it and go. White will come back the other way. Shot, save Fox, and we'll get a whistle. White very good positionally, as they seem to always have a guy in the right spot at the right time. Wrong time for the Sharks, but right time for White. So, Sharks are shorthanded now. 1 minute left in the penalty tempo. Kavanaugh will come in for the face-off in the defensive zone. 4:10 left in the period. The puck moves up towards the blue line and knocked out by Kavanaugh. White's going to have to play it at the red. Kavanaugh moves in. White comes back over the line. Tipped aside. Fox will make the save. Rebounds loose. Kicked into the corner. White along the blue line. They're going to let one go from there. Fox will make the save. Kasin there, tips that one towards the circle. White in front. Kasin will block that, and Fox is able to cover it. 3:31 remains in the period. 19 seconds left in the penalty. Face-off down low. Kavanaugh again. White sends it to slot. Kasin there. Pokes it aside and comes out over the blue line. Down into the offensive zone. White's going to have to play it in their own end. White will send it up with just out of the reach of Kavanaugh. And White moves in. High slot. Shot off the back window. Penalty's over. Teams are at full strength as they send it out for, I believe that's Blasi off the bench. And White will get a hold. Krosny there. Goes off the wall. Comes back the other way. Comes down the ice. They're going to wave off icing, of course. Out front. Fox kicks aside. White with the puck again. White up to the blue line. Shot. Hits. Oh, man. That hit. Was it Garvin? He went down. He's going to feel that tomorrow. Figueiredo with a good play. Forces a weak shot on Fox that he's able to handle and cover for the whistle. Face-off defensive zone. 2:27 left in the second. Off the face-off, moved up towards the blue line. White along the boards. Sends it behind the net into the near side corner. White picks it up in the circle. White moves towards the net. Shot. Top shelf, opposite side. And that's a goal with 2:14 remaining in the period. Zuvic comes out to the ice, kicks it back to Kasin. Kasin will get it up to Agarwal. Agarwal back to Zuvic over the blue line. Kicked into the corner. Wise will chase. Wow, Zuvic pulled down. He's going to draw a penalty. The Sharks are going to go right back to the power play on the trip. Levian's going to come out for the face-off. 1:58 left in the period. Sharks will be on the power play the next minute and a half. Kavanaugh comes in for the face-off. Got Tempone and Levian out there with him. Kasin and Chan on deep. Puck is rifled around. Kasin along the wall. He keeps it in, sends it down deep for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh trying to get into the slot to Levian. And Kavanaugh has it. Kavanaugh in the circle. Towards the net. That one handcuffs the goaltender a little bit. Almost goes in under the arm. Good play by Kavanaugh. Just throw it at the net. Kavanaugh at center ice. Sends it into the corner. Around the wall. Over for Chan. Chan. Down the wall into the corner. White will clear it out to mid-ice. They got a 2-on-none. And that's a shorthanded goal. With 1:22 left in the period. Still 54 seconds left on the power play. Krosny dumps it in. White dumps it out. Zuvich has to wait to get onside, and they do. He's back out to mid-ice. Battle at the red line. Zuvich pushes it forward. Up to the point. Oh. Figueredo couldn't get anything on that one, and it comes back the other way for White. White moves in, shot, save Fox, and he'll cover the rebound. 43 seconds left in the period. 16 seconds left in the power play. Off the face-off, Sharks will skate it out. Wise with the puck, gets it up to Agarwal. Agarwal puts it towards the net. That's the way to do it. Just throw it at the net. You never know. White takes it behind the net. White up the side. Penalty's over. Teams are at full strength. White with a hanger at the blue line. It's plays like that they used to have the two-line pass, but I do like it better without the two-line pass. Fox with the save. 8 seconds left. Puck in the corner. And that's going to do it for the period. So after 2, it's 5-0 bad guys. Okay, third period about to start. Sharks chasing 5. Kavanaugh at the face-off. Teams are full strength. Good guys left to right. Bad guys right to left. And it comes down into the Shark zone, into the corner. Garvin around the case on the front. Wow, it takes a weird bounce off the back wall. Kicks up to the half wall. Sent back down by White. Garvin will take it. Garvin up the wall. Stopped by White. Kasin will kick it into the corner. Battle along the boards. White moves into the slot. Shot blocked by Kasin into the corner. White. Shot. Kasin will block that one. And it'll go against the wall. White moves into the slot. Kasin will block that one. Comes around behind the net. Garvin with it. Oh, wow. From behind the net. You can't get a sharper angle than that. There's not much you can do about that. That's from behind the net. He hits it top shelf on the opposite side of the net. That's just an unfortunate goal. 13:58 remains. 6-0 bad guys. Krosny with it. Krosny battles. Poked free. Figueiredo's going to have to chase. Chan in front. White almost screws himself into the ice with that shot attempt. White frees it up. White out front, and Fox will make the save. White with a corkscrew attempt. We'll check and see if he drilled a hole in the ice over there on that. Shot. Fox with the save. Kicks back off the glass and up to the half wall far side. Cross ice. White from the top of the circle. Shot saved by Fox. White with the puck behind the net. Sent into the corner. Out into the slot. Well, Figueiredo goes down, but frees up the puck for Zuvic. Zuvic sends it up high, loses his stick, and Sharks clear it. Krosny along the boards. Krosny ties it up. White will dig it out. White down along the boards, poked away by Chan. Krosny sends it back to the wall. Back down to Chan. Chan will send it up the wall and out to mid-ice for Krosny. Krosny alone. Krosny from the circle. Oh, trying to get it across to Zuvic. White there. So White very positionally sound as it's sent down by Chan. Across to the front. Krosny can't get a shot. Puck is loose in front. Goes over the wall. And White's going to take it back. White over the red line. They'll kick it down. Fox is going to have to... Fox with a dangerous swipe instead of cover. But it works. And it comes out to the wall. Puck loose in the circle. Kicked up towards the blue line. And Krosny's going to go for a trip. Krosny will go to the box for a minute and a half on the trip. Bad guys will be on a power play. Garvin and Kasin will come out with Wise and Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh will take the face-off down low. Off the face-off. Comes up to the wall. White's going to send it back into the corner. Garvin will chase. Out front, Kasin will take it and send it up towards the blue line. Not enough juice to get out, but gets the puck away from the net. Shot, save Fox. Rebound is loose. Garvin will send it over to the wall. White has the puck, puts it wide. out towards the wall. White from the top of the circle. Garvin gets a piece and sends it into the corner. Out to the top of the circle. Shot. Save Fox, and he knocks it in himself. Fox makes the stop, but knocks it into the far side of the net. 11:09 remaining. Zubich out for the faceoff. White moves in. White out front, shot, save, Fox. Kasin will chase. Kasin frees it up. White from the top of the circle, kicked aside over to Zubich on the wall. Zubich out towards the blue line. Collision by Wise and Zubich. Kasin will have it. Kasin battles in the corner. Two White there. White will push it out behind the net. They're going to try and put out front. Shot stopped by a multitude of Sharks. And Zubich will take it over the line. Zubich out over the blue line and sends it behind the net. Shot into the slot. Figueiredo's going to come up, push it towards the front. Zubich there. Zubich shoots. It won't go in. White comes back the other way with 9:56 remaining. Figueiredo at the red line. Puts it in, and they're just a bit offsides. Penalty is over. Teams are at full strength. Face-off at center ice. Kabanoff on the face-off. Kabanoff will kick it back. Oh, again, gets past Chan. White puts it over the net. Chan out front. Levian steps in. Save Fox. Gets past White and goes the other way. White behind the net. White steps up over the red line. Chan back. Chan pokes it away. Tips out. Kavanaugh back to Chan. Kicks back to Figueiredo. Figueiredo sends it up. Chan sends it back to Figueiredo. Figueiredo behind the net. Figueiredo out to mid-ice. Levian there. Levian over the blue line. Levian with a shot. Just goes wide. Tempone will pick it up on the far side. He'll knock it down into the corner. White picks it up. White over the line. White over the red line. Chan back. Chan pokes it, but not free. White moves in. Fox with the save. Cleared out by Tempone to the blue line. Just not enough to get out, though. Kicks behind. 8:08 left to play. Pushed wide by Kavanaugh. Shot off the side of the net. Kavanaugh moves the puck up. White takes it back. White into the slot. White shot. Top shelf. Far side. And it's 8-0 bad guys. Face off at center ice. Out to Garvin. Garvin up the wall trying to get to Krosny. Cross ice comes back. Kasin can't get it. White there. White out through the center to Krosny. Krosny's pass out to center deflected back in. And Fox will make the save. Zubich on the faceoff. Send it to the back wall. White picks it up. White out front. They'll pick it up in the high slot. Zuvic pokes it towards the wall. White from the top of the circle bounces it towards Fox to Garvin. Garvin sends it to the wall, but not out. White down the wall. White picks it up in the circle. White moves in. And wow, I don't know what the heck that was, but it went in. Kabanoff on the face-off. 6:07 remains. Off the face-off, back to Kasin. Kasin over to Garvin. Garvin chips it up over the blue line. Kabanoff. He's got three guys on him, taken away, and White moves it back in again. White shot. Fox pushes it out to White. White's going to try a wraparound. They'll send it out now to the circle. Puck goes down. Agarwal on a break. Agarwal moves down. Agarwal taken out at the circle. Battle there. Down deep. Puck goes into the slot. White will pick it up. White moves out. They'll send it down into the corner. And Garvin will chase. Garvin sends it around to the corner for Kasin. Kasin up the wall for trying to get to the Wise. White deflects it. Out front, Fox with the save. Garvin digs it up. Garvin up the wall for Wise. Wise can't get to it, comes back to Kasin. Kasin will knock it up towards the blue line. And Kabanoff will get it out, but not all the way out. White cranks one. Fox save. Out front, Kasin with it. Kasin pushes his guy out of the way. Good play by Kasin. That's the way to do it. And Kabanoff gets it. Kabanoff will send it out. And we got Agarwal waiting at the blue line. Just couldn't get it. White comes back the other way. Chan will push it wide. They get around him, and they bury it. Four minutes running clock. I lost track of the score. They only got 7 up on the board. As the wheels have come off. Zuvic on the faceoff. Over to Levian. Zuvic brings it back in. Got to get back on sides. Shot goes wide. Chan will take it. Over to the wall. Puck loose out in front. Kicked over to Tempone. Tempone takes it. Sends it down the ice. Tempone loses a stick. Levian will keep it in. Levian from the slot. Shot. Bounces wide. Puck loose in the corner. White sends it out to mid-ice. Gets past Figueiredo. Figueiredo on the move. He's got a guy on him. Gets to the puck first. Figueiredo drops it for Chan. Chan tied up in the corner. Kicks around far side. Up towards Tempone. Oh, Tempone swipes. Leaves the puck. Fox will push it into the corner. Kicks over the far side. Off the crossbar by White and Zuvic. Zuvic will put it down for Levian. Levian will chase with 1:30. White gets there first. White with it down deep in their own zone. 1:20 left. It comes out. Kasin will send it over the wall for Zuvic. Zuvic trying to hit Levian at the red line. Levian will pick it up behind him. Pushed wide. Levian from the circle. Shot goes wide. White moves out. White over the red line. Pushed aside by Garvin. Good play, Garvin. Shot goes wide. Puck loose in the corner with 30 seconds left. And Tampone's going to go at it. So that's it for the game. They're going to run it. Would have been a bunch of penalties on a bunch of people. Sharks go down by a lot. My players of the game, I'm going to have to go Vanasco, who was bombarded early and often. Kabanoff did a great job on the face-offs today. And Kasin. Kasin, I thought, had a good game. Starting to push some guys around, move some people, use his body. And that's it. It's okay, we got another chance tomorrow. As we'll be around the same time, 11, I believe, from Abe Stark Arena. Till next time, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.